Today, we're going to take a look at one of Spigen's more popular cases, the Tough Armor for the iPhone 7 Plus. But is it as tough as it looks? Let's check it out. The Tough Armor consists of a two-piece design, the main piece being the flimsy single piece of rubber, then the hard plastic shell that's almost like a jacket to keep the case's shape. On the inside, there's a spiderweb design that I presume is designed to help disperse impact or is targeted towards Spider-Man fans. To install, go volume side first, then pop the opposite corners in place. And finally, squeeze the hard shell on. The buttons are covered in the rubber slip cover, but don't stick out, although they do offer clicky feedback. A wide but deep mute rocker cutout, a decent sized opening for the lightning port, and the speaker cutouts are now redirected to face you as well as the mic input, which I didn't notice it sounding any better, but more importantly, it didn't sound worse either. Around the back is a deep camera cutout that'll keep your camera safe even when setting on tables. And finally, an Apple logo cutout, which may be counterintuitive in a protective case, but I actually like to use it to help maneuver around the screen one-handed, which is especially handy for iPhone 7 Plus users. In terms of size, the Tough Armor adds about half a centimeter in width and height. As well as half a centimeter in thickness, you'll definitely feel the difference during usage, and you'll definitely notice the wider design in your pocket. Although it still slides in and out easily, the extra bulk may get caught in tighter pants. Luckily, it's not tight enough to hinder the connection with docks though, leaving just enough room to connect properly to the Apple Lightning dock. Hard edges around the case are also welcomed. It's a nostalgic feeling from the iPhone 5 days. I prefer the feeling of it over the curved edges as it doesn't roll off as easily. Don't forget about that soft touch matte coating on the back that makes holding the extra bulk pretty comfortable, although I was worried it would scratch easily. Thankfully, I was wrong. The 7 Plus model comes with a built-in kickstand, which overall feels like something they just threw in because there was so much space. When not in use, it sits flush against the case and looks like it's just there to really highlight the brand name. Otherwise, there is a space to unclip the stand and prop it up in landscape mode. Depending on which side you set it down, there's a higher angle and a lower one as well. And they work, but I find it's more to help you view content compared to actually using the actual iPhone. Do note that it does only work in landscape mode. Setting it in portrait will definitely be the biggest mistake you make all day. In the end, the case is called Tough Armor, and what good is armor if it doesn't provide protection? There's about a 1mm tall bezel around the screen, although I found the rubber cover to be a little loose on the top and bottom due to the lack of a hard shell around it, which may cause it to easily slip off and expose your screen on impact. I'd recommend pairing this with a screen protector for a full but minimal protective solution. The rubber bezel and soft shell does help prevent sliding on surfaces though, and although they call it dual layer protection, the hard plastic shell only covers about half the case, leaving the corners as a single layer of rubber, so more like a semi-dual layer of protection. Fortunately, they do have air cushions on the inside of the case to help disperse impact. Overall, I trust this case enough to protect my iPhone from short drops due to the limited bezel around the screen. I just wish they designed the shell to cover all the sides. My one request is that I wish the kickstand was an optional add-on. It feels cheap, bends easily, and once it breaks off, you'll have a case that looks like this. It's like they knew it would break off, so they threw the logo under that as well. Lastly, the hard edges around the case are comfortable, but when it comes to the cutouts, it's almost like touching knives. The pointing corners on the lightning port are conveniently where I rest my pinky finger sometimes, and while it won't cause any serious injuries, it's enough to force you not to go near those corners. It retails for $25 for both the 7 and 7 Plus models, but you can usually find it on sale on Amazon for about $15. I've got the black you see here, but it does come in matching colors for all the other iPhones. Links to that can be found below as well to the right of my head. If you're a fan of the military style look, or even how the old iPhone 5 felt in the hand, then the Tough Armor is a no-brainer at under $20. I find the protection to be okay for day-to-day usage, which is much better than the Apple silicone or leather cases we reviewed, and also much more affordable. That's it. If you love what you see and want to support me in creating more reviews, head over to our Patreon and enter our monthly giveaway. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more, and leave a comment below letting me know what case you want me to review next. I rest my case.